Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Good morning. Happy Sunday to everybody out there. Hope everyone's having a great morning so far. Let's go ahead and see who we got here hanging out in the chat. We're going to go ahead and switch on over here. Whoops, that's the wrong screen. Still need to fix my scenes. I think I'm going to change my layout, so probably for tomorrow, guys, whenever I do end up going live for the severe weather event here we have, I will probably have a new scene layout. I plan on working on that here for tonight. But anyways, my friends, what's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Let's see here. We have Natasha. I think that's your name. We have Pilot. We have Eam. We have Cat. We have Dead. We have Lightning. We have Caden. We have Darklight. Let's see. We have Mark. We have Tiffany. We have Jackson. We have Honda Rosa. Roadster Jim. Let's see here. Copper Owl. Logan. Jackson. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing good. But anyways, yeah, we got ourselves a pretty busy day tomorrow. We still got this southern Arkansas for that level 2 threat. Across portions here of kind of northern, central, and kind of south central portions here of Louisiana, central, southern portions here of Mississippi. So we definitely have got to be looking out there for those regions. Now, severe weather will also be possible across some of these darker colors, so the dark green here. You're also at risk for severe weather, so look out there for that, but your probability is not as high as the areas here in the yellow. If you live across the yellow, that is your best chance at seeing severe weather across those regions. So we have ourselves Tyler, Texas, Texarkana. Let's see here, southern portions here of Arkansas. We have El Dorado included, Alexandria, Louisiana, Shreveport. We got ourselves Baton Rouge, Lafayette, those regions out there. And portions of Mississippi, especially out there by Jackson. I think Jackson area is probably going to get the heaviest of this event here overall. So we'll definitely see the possibility. Let's see, I saw SBC only said a chance for a few tornadoes, maybe a few stronger measures of vortices. Yeah, there is going to be a shot for obviously a couple tornadoes, and I think there could be a few potentially strong ones too. As we're going to be looking into models here in a moment, we're going to be seeing that there is a pretty strong lower-level jet stream, which is pretty crazy. What's up, Ice Cream? Hope you're doing good. Lisa, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Who else is joining us? We got ourselves Kid Storm coverage. We got Matthew. What's up? We have Hurricanes. We have, let's see here, Copper Owl. I think I already said hi to you. But anyways, but glad to have you guys here. But like I said, yeah, we got ourselves a pretty busy day heading up here for tomorrow. So the main concern is tornadoes. As you may or may not know, tornadoes is the main problem, followed by wind damage and tornadoes are joint together the main problem. Hail will be possible too. The hail threat's actually a little higher than I thought, that we thought it would be. But I also will tell you guys that there is a shot for maybe a little bit of flooding too. that is going to be a possibility. So this is the flooding outlook area here. So if you're across the green, that is the risk here for some flash flooding across portions of mostly like Louisiana, Arkansas, even going all the way up, even in the portions of southwest Kentucky included here. Also Memphis, Tennessee, you guys are pretty deep into that flooding threat. It goes as far east as Birmingham, basically, a little further to the east overall. But yeah, so that's that. So we got ourselves a marginal flooding threat. Look out there for a little bit of flooding being a possibility too. So it's not just severe weather. Or just severe thunderstorms, I should say. It's not just that. Not just tornadoes, not just damaging winds or hail, but it's also the threat for maybe a little bit of flooding too. Something we need to look out there for. So, all right, let's hop over here to the SPC's website here, y'all. We got ourselves the probabilities now on the table. So once again, we have the slight risk. That is the level 2 severe weather threat. Pretty decent threat here for severe weather. The biggest threat will be across the yellow. So once again, East Texas, most of Louisiana, southern Arkansas, central southern portions here of Mississippi. Now, when it comes to the probability for tornadoes, my friends, we got a 5% chance from the Storm Prediction Center. Talking the greatest probability of tornadoes will be across the brown. This includes Baton Rouge, Shreveport, like we mentioned, Jackson, Mississippi, Lafayette, and let's see here, Bossier City, I think it is. Is it Bossier, City, Louisiana. So yeah, mostly pretty populated areas here. We're talking about nearly 5 million people in that area of the brown. We're talking nearly 5 million people in the risk for 5% chance for tornadoes. And also the tornado threat does extend across areas here of the green too. So like I said, overall it's a pretty large tornado threat tomorrow that we got to look out there for. But you know, like I mentioned before, guys, or earlier yesterday, it still holds. It still holds. I think the heaviest threat, y'all, is probably going to be somewhere along this region here, considering that is where, you know, your mixture of instability, your thunderstorm energy, as well as your strongest winds, you know, lower level jet stream, those two together mix very well in that specific area here overall. What is going on with my camera? Looks like it gave out. Hold on, you guys. Oh, man, did my thing give out? Hold on. We are having a bit of technical... Okay, are we good now? I think we're good. But that's where your mixing is. That is where you're going to have, you know, the heaviest amounts of, instability mixing in with the heaviest amounts of shear. That is the greatest probability here. Let's see here. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Let's see, Kaiser, I think that's your name. Let's see, big old 5%. It is a pretty large 5%. And, you know, like I said, we're going to have to watch out for maybe the possibility of a 10% being issued. I think it's personally possible. That is what I think is possibility. Let's see here. They should probably extend the site into the Gulf. Well, the instability is a little bit more weaker down there. We're going to see on the models. Let's see here. What time do I think? We'll dive into models here in a minute. Dancing K, yes, Louisiana is at risk. One of the main areas, actually, between Louisiana and Mississippi. Now, when it comes to damaging winds, we got a 15% chance out there. So basically, this means that you have a 15% chance of seeing damaging winds ranging between, you know, mostly 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts in terms of wind gusts. You know, within 25 miles, there's a 15% chance that damaging winds could be could be observed in those regions. So Baton Rouge, Shreveport, Jackson, a lot of those same areas there. Overall. And hail, actually, like I said, hail is actually a 15% risk. It's actually a little higher than I was thinking here yesterday. So the 15% chance for hail extends mostly into eastern Texas and portions out there along basically western Louisiana. So portions of eastern Texas, western Louisiana, southwest Arkansas, pretty solid chance for maybe some hail. We're talking maybe in the range of 1 to 2 inches in diameter. So that is something to look out for, my friend. So we'll definitely have to... look out there for that. Now, once we carry our way into Tuesday, we do have ourselves another risk for severe weather. It's not as big of a threat overall. There's going to be a lack of instability or a lack of thunderstorm energy out there. But whenever it comes to it overall, we are seeing a risk for severe weather here for Tuesday. Cross portions along the panhandle of Florida, basically central southern Alabama, and portions out there towards extreme southeastern Louisiana and south portions of, south portions here of Mississippi. So areas like Mobile will be included in the threat for possibly a bit of severe weather, as we are going to be seeing overall a cold front rolling through the regions here. So like I said, we'll get into models here in a moment, y'all. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. And of course, after that, regarding anything... the current time predictability is too low, and potential becomes too low later down in time. So I don't think there will be anything significant following for Wednesday, considering, like I was explaining, the amount of thunderstorm fuel really starts to diminish once we continue to push eastward, and the heaviest concentrated point of instability or thunderstorm energy will be mostly across these areas here. Okay, so we got to really be looking out there for that, mostly for Monday, which is tomorrow, in which we're going to definitely be initiating live coverage mode for that. Let's see here. I think the SPC could possibly rate an enhanced risk. It's possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible. I agree with you on that one. I think it's a possibility. I'm not saying it 100% will because we don't know. But I do think that, from the conditions I do see here, from the models and such, I definitely think it is a good possibility. We're going to switch over back here really quickly, you guys. Meanwhile, while I set up the models real quickly, I want to go ahead and pull up the models here for everybody. Let's go ahead and dive on into some of those. Take a look here at the conditions that are possibly going to be at play regarding the severe weather event tomorrow. We're going to switch down to the southeast. And, all right, let's go ahead and hop our way over there right now. So, this is the NAM model. This is the North American model overall. And if we take a look here at the instability or the thunderstorm energy, this is what an area of high thunderstorm energy would look like on the models. So we work our way down in time. There's not a whole lot going on. We start to see a little bit of building energy across portions of eastern Texas here, basically by later this evening. And then once we work our way here into tomorrow morning, afternoon commute, we're going to start to see a lot of instability at play. It looks like the heaviest time regarding the, I'd say probably the nastiest point of this event here, is going to be happening at night, unfortunately. It looks like it's going to be happening pretty much late evening. This will probably carry on into the morning hours. Unfortunately, so we're gonna have to definitely, there goes my phone. We'll have to definitely watch out there for that. Now, like I said, there's a lot of instability, or a modest amount of instability that's available. We're talking between 1,000 and 1,500 joules per kilogram. You really only need a 500 or so to start getting severe weather to start really occurring. Is about 500 plus, and we're seeing about 1,000 to 1,500. So we do have enough instability overall in the atmosphere for severe thunderstorms. But one of the main things I am mostly concerned about, so let me go ahead and circle that area. So that is where, let's see here, it actually looks like the instability is driven a lot further to the south there regarding those higher values. Anyways, but that is where our heaviest instability is for that particular hour. And if we take a look at the lower level winds across the lower level jet stream, or the lower level jet stream we're looking at, this is about 8,000, roughly 8,000 feet or so. I'm not exactly sure how high up this is, but it's several thousand feet. But it's in the lower portion of the atmosphere. That is what we're looking at. So you can see the winds are actually pretty strong. We're talking over 40 knots. And anytime you have the lower level jet stream in play across that area of the instability we just looked at, we are seeing like 30, 40 knots. Some areas and some models show over 50 knots in some areas. I definitely believe, and I hate to say this, I definitely think we could have a few violent tornadoes. I think it's a potential. I'm not saying that it's 100% going to happen, but I think that there is a possibility that a couple could happen. I think it's potentially possible. So that is something that we need to, keep an eye out there for. I'm going to grab a sounding, which is basically a sample of the atmosphere for this given moment for tomorrow evening. So let's go ahead and full screen this here. We're going to take a look here at the overall view. So let's go ahead and remove my little pin here. So, wow. Okay, this is a pretty interesting sounding. So I know it's a lot of jibber jabber, a lot of gibberish for you guys that you probably don't understand, but let me explain this to you really quickly. So this is basically your ground. So this is where the ground is, there's the surface. You go up in atmosphere. So this is basically climbing in elevation, okay? So this is 15 kilometers up. Do the conversion on your own if you want to. Anyways, but when it comes to it, yeah, so we're talking low atmosphere, upper atmosphere. And so these little barbs here, we're just going to focus on this area right now. So you see how they are moving. This one's kind of pointing to the northeast quadrant. That is literally meaning the winds are moving to the northeast at that level. And if I was to show you what's happening towards the surface, you see how they are moving north. The winds are pushing north, and they change directions, and they change in speed as you go up into the atmosphere. So that wind direction will change and the speed increase as you go up in elevation. That is perfect for tornadoes. And you can actually see that on a more visual perspective with the hodograph here on the top right. So you see how we have this nice, kind of curving hodograph here. Anytime you see a little bit of a hook on your hodograph there, that shows that the wind direction is changing with elevation and the wind speeds are increasing. So that definitely means that, things are going to be a little bit rotating, which we'll definitely have to look out there. But yeah, wind shear is pretty solid. Not gonna lie, there's a good amount of instability, or sorry, a good amount of kinematics there regarding the strong wind shear. Nice rotating profile across the lower atmosphere, so that will allow for tornadoes to pop off. And regarding the instability, we talked about, we have over 1,000 joules per kilogram in the mix layer. So we have our storm top topping right at the equilibrium level. So storm tops will be right around 11 kilometers tall overall. And we're talking a decent dry atmosphere, so I definitely do think that there could be some hail growth, as we did learn from the Storm Prediction Center. They did say that there will be a hail threat, and it seems to be a little larger than what I first thought overall. But yeah, so tornadoes, damaging winds, main concern. Decape downdraft energy, you can't see that really, but we're talking in the 700s, which that could support some damaging winds between 60 and 70 at max regarding wind gusts. So yeah, so once again, final word: tornadoes, main problem. Damaging winds, also main problem. Hail, actually main problem as well. So all three hazards are the main issue regarding the severe weather event. So hail, damaging winds, and like I said, unfortunately, a couple potential strong tornadoes I really do think could be a possibility out there. But anyways, we're going to hop on back here. Back to the models, but like I said, yeah, the wind shear is definitely very, very strong across that lower portion of the atmosphere, and that is a key component whenever it comes to overall, severe weather and stuff like that. Now, it's not just the NAM. We're starting to get a lot of mid-range model support. I believe the RAP is even out for this time period. So let's take a look at the RAP model. Wow, look at that. So the RAP model really shows that same thing, how the lower level jet streams, so the winds across the lower elevations of the atmosphere, not quite at the surface, but a couple thousand feet above the surface, they are really, really moving. And, in terms of, wind speeds, we're talking like 40, 50 knots, which is very heavy for severe weather. So yeah, it's not just the NAM we looked at. There's the RAP model, GFS model here showing pretty significant lower level jet. So it's not just the model. It seems like all the models have finally come to an agreement saying, yes, the lower level winds will be a very strong factor for this event. European model, if you want to look at it too. Euro is actually kind of the outcast there for at least that particular hour overall, but it definitely does show that lower level jet stream really starting to amplify here just a little bit after midnight. But yeah, so like I said, I really do think that the heaviest threat with this system is going to be taking place basically here for, pretty much here for the late evening into the early morning of Tuesday. So it's going to be a nighttime event. I hate to tell you that, but it is. Potential for nocturnal tornadoes, hail, damaging winds could be possible. But anyways, so here is the future radar regarding things, showing right around 12 Zulu. So I think this is 7 p.m. with a new time conversion, or sorry, 7 a.m., sorry. Whenever it comes to it here, so we start to see a bit of severe weather, or a bit of storm activity starting to really pop off right around 17 Zulu, which that is, 5 hours behind, so that'll be 2 p.m., I believe. So that is, that is what we're going to start to see really storms pop off here. And according to the HRRR, there's actually a few potentially isolated supercells potentially being possible. You see these guys down here on the southern flank? Couple isolated supercells ahead of that frontal system. So the cold front's right here, and we got ourselves a bunch of these individual little pop-up cells, which could be supercells. Which a supercell is just simply a rotating thunderstorm, in which we do have ourselves a pretty solid chance that we could be getting ourselves, a couple of those supercells. And those are the ones you got to really look out for tornadoes and hail and damaging winds. And the main damaging wind threat, though, is going to be on that line, on the end of the storm's front overall. So that is, that's when you look out for. So first of all, you're going to be getting a bunch of scattered storms regarding the potential of, a couple tornadoes, damaging winds, hail. And then the big cold front's going to sweep on through, and that's going to bring in some damaging winds and all kinds of fun stuff like that overall. Let's see here. What's up, Thor? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Kid Storm Coverage? Hope you're doing all right. Let's see here. Is Houston, Texas in the path? So Houston, I think, let's see. Let me double check on this here. I'm not going to say anything without me knowing. Okay, so Houston is in the marginal risk, that level 1 severe weather threat, which, you basically have a 5% chance of seeing severe weather. So you're not in the biggest threat overall. Let's go ahead and hop you over here back to this view so I can show you. But yeah, whenever it comes to Houston, you see you're in this marginal, the dark green area. That is the first level of severe thunderstorms. From a level to 5, this is a level 1. And we have ourselves a thunderstorm risk to the west. That means, a couple thunderstorms possible, but they're not supposed to be anything severe overall. And of course, we have ourselves our slight risk, which is our biggest threat overall here. Pretty large slight risk out there for Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Texas. In which that's a level 2, but it's a 15% chance of seeing severe weather every 25 miles. But like I said, I'm not going to rule out the possibility for an enhanced risk either. That's my personal opinion. Take that how you want to. Don't, obviously, it's not official from the Storm Prediction Center yet, but my personal opinion, I think it could go enhanced for possible wind damage and maybe a couple tornadoes. Like I was saying, maybe a 10% tornado threat could be warranted, considering that significant lower-level jet stream across, southeastern Louisiana and southern portions of Mississippi we looked at on the models and stuff. I think that's going to be really coming into play for some pretty nasty overall, tornadic cells and just cells in general overall. But yeah, so once again, that would probably be my personal opinion, guys. My personal opinion here of where the heaviest impacts are going to be. Like I said, take this how you want to, but it's going to be mostly, I'd say, in the southeast side here of that slight risk overall. So we'll have to, we'll have to monitor that. Obviously, tomorrow morning, of course, we're going to know whenever it comes to it. Now, for you guys wondering what time we're going to go live tomorrow, like I said, I will be covering this. I believe. Let's go and hop over here to this page here. Whenever it comes to the time of going live, I'm going to be shooting, let's see here. So when does most models show the storms popping off? Okay, so it shows them kind of popping off here, yeah, right around 1, 2 p.m., but the big stuff, yeah, there you go. The big stuff really doesn't happen until, like, evening time. So I'm thinking, if this was correct, probably around 6, 7 p.m. Eastern, which would be essential for you guys. So 5, 6 o'clock p.m. Central for you guys. And, of course, the HRRR, go back 12 Zulu, the long range here, and the HRRR, yeah, really shows that stuff popping off here between like 5, 6, and 7. So I would expect me to go live honestly, between 4 and 7 o'clock. I know it's kind of a big range, but we'll have to see how the models. I'll look at the models early in the morning tomorrow, and I will schedule a stream tomorrow morning. And you guys just check on the channel, turn on post notifications if you haven't already. That way you guys get notified whenever we do go live in order to cover this. But yeah, no, both the HRRR, right here, right around 8 p.m., you guys can see the time just literally above me up there. And right around the time, right around this time here, right around 7, 8 o'clock, both models, HRRR shows a pretty gnarly squall, pretty strong squall line there, QLCS, we call it for fancy terms. Quasi-linear convective system is the official scientific fancy name. But yeah, so according to HRRR, which is one of the high resolution, in its name, high resolution rapid refresh model, we have the NAM3K, which also does show that as well. Yeah, right there, you see this really nasty line. So it's that line, guys. It's that line that's going to possibly produce some embedded tornadoes, as well as most of the wind damage, I'd have to say, is probably going to be in that line as it rolls away across portions here of Arkansas, Louisiana, portions here out there towards, Mississippi. Personally, I think they might extend the risk a little further north, out there towards maybe like central or kind of north central Arkansas. They might extend the slight risk up there towards Pine Bluff. I think it's a potential possibility, considering, a lot of the models have been showing, that line being pretty strong still across some of those regions there. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did slightly bump that up to the north a bit. Anyways, but yeah, it's that main line. You got to look out there for a few spin-up tornadoes, and there's something in these lines that's unfortunate whenever it comes to tornadoes. So due to the tornado being embedded deep into the really heavy rain, it obscures any view, not to mention it's already nighttime at this point, so it obscures a view even more, making it impossible to see any tornadic activity heading your way. The best thing we got is radar at that point, in which, if there's a warning that gets out there, you better take action, because, that you don't wait to hear it or see it, because, in most cases, an event like this, you can't. It's too late. So if you ever are in a warning out there, which we're probably going to see a lot of them tomorrow, if you're ever in a warning there, just make sure that you take it seriously, okay? That's all we ask, is just that we want to make sure you guys are prepared for it. Like I said, just make sure that you guys are obviously, ready to go. But yeah, so once again, yeah, the main line that's going to be producing a bit of a bit of nastiness regarding the winds and the possible embedded tornadoes. There's a couple of discrete cells, meaning kind of on their own type of storms ahead of that line, and those ones are the ones that could really possibly drop up still some tornadoes and some hail and some winds and stuff like that. So that is that. Let's see here. Even on Wednesday, I don't think it'll continue into Wednesday. Like I said, the instability. Here, I can show you real quickly. The energy in the atmosphere. We like I said, we measure in CAPE is what we call it. Convective available potential energy. It's potential energy, meaning it's ready to happen. Doesn't mean it's happening. But whenever it comes to it here, we work our way further down in time. Let's hop to NAM for this because this is kind of a mid-range support. It seems like it really thins out. You see that how that line really just kind of dies. It really doesn't hold up. So you can see the NAM. Wow, look at that long squall according to NAM here. But yeah, so it really just kind of thins out. And if we take a look here at the instability, which you can see the heaviest instability is across these regions out there by East Texas, big pocket of energy out there. We have Louisiana, we have Mississippi, we have Alabama, with a little bit of severe weather possible, and then it just kind of dies out. Overall, we do have a little pocket according to NAM, but that's just one model. So I'm not too, not too confident on that yet, but overall it looks very unlikely. Will North Alabama see tornadoes? Probably not. No. The instability should remain to your south for the most part, keeping you out of that main risk. As you can see here, for the afternoon, evening hour for Tuesday is the current frame we're on. There is still a little bit of instability, still a little bit of thunderstorm juice in the really far south, but northern Alabama is completely out of that. So overall, that should not be a problem for you. Should not be a problem. Now, with that being said, though, you possibly will be seeing a little bit of precipitation from it. Looks like a good possibility. A decent amount of precipitation could be possible out in those regions. So look for some heavy rain. Could be possible, but regarding of any damaging characteristics like tornadoes and stuff, probably not. Let's see here. Anyways, will the South Central see tornado? Wait, will South Central see tornadoes? Says PayPal. What do you mean by the South Central? You mean like Texas, Oklahoma? Well, today we have a little risk, a little marginal. There's no tornado threat. Today's risk is only hail, really. It's only a hail risk, really, today. That's why we're not doing any coverage on it. Pretty small threat today across Oklahoma. Tomorrow is the big day, though. Tomorrow's a triple threat. We got tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds. Sorry, I did that wrong. Tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail. So, let's see here. That means day one update should be update any minute now. Really? So we should be getting a new day one update here soon? Let's see. When does it show that? Oh, day one, you said. Okay. Here, let me go back to full screen real quickly. Okay, scheduled by 17:30. So current time is 16:30 basically. So it'll update at 12:30, not 1:30. TRG, it updates at 12:30, not 1:30. So we'll get a new update in about an hour, but at that point I don't plan on being live. But we will go live again tonight. I'll be doing personal forecasts for you guys tonight. We'll even do a couple in this live stream more than likely, a little bit in a little bit. But we're doing 2 live streams today. Just mostly preparedness live stream to help you guys out. Let's see here. Yes, tomorrow Louisiana we'll have 5. Yep, definitely. Tornadoes will be the main concern. Let's see here. Across like Louisiana and stuff. So we have tomorrow's threat, 5% risk for tornadoes. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit closer. Oh, let's move you over and down. Here we go. So yeah, the tornadoes is the heaviest across the Brown area here, which obviously the heaviest risk is across portions of like Mississippi, Louisiana, even eastern Texas, southern Arkansas. That's where your greatest tornado potential is, but your overall tornado potential extends out for the green. So anywhere in the green and brown, you're at risk for a couple tornadoes. And of course, the areas here in that white there, they're in the white. That is basically no risk for tornadoes as of now. So that is good news. That is good news. But yeah, so if you're out there towards Louisiana, be aware, okay? Just keep an eye on it. All right, let's see here. Good morning, Brandy. Hope you're doing good. When we get to next day 2 update. So yeah, we just said the next day 2 update, or for tomorrow, will be at 12:30. So in about an hour. All right, let's see here. it's odd hearing severe weather after not having it in months. It is. It really is airborne. Trust me. To the one who forecasts and streams severe weather, it's a little weird too, for sure. How's Florence, Alabama? Well, Alabama doesn't have that big of a threat tomorrow. Just a little marginal along the western stretch, as you can see. Yeah, tomorrow you got to really look out mostly for portions of Mississippi and, like I said, Mississippi and Louisiana, Arkansas, obviously East Texas. Let's see here. When it's that large, there will likely be a few for sure. Oh, yeah. The larger the risk area is, the more likelihood of actually seeing more tornadoes and stuff. Oh, my gosh. My alarm is going off here. But anyways. Let's see. Do they only do multiple updates in a day? When severe weather. So, day 1 updates, which is the day of, they do 4 updates. Day 2 updates, which is tomorrow, they do 2 updates per day, every 12 hours. And for day 3 updates, I believe they do 1. But the day of, they do it every 6 hours. And, the next day, they do every 12 hours. If that makes sense. Very well could go enhanced at 12:30. It's a possibility, TRG. I agree. Like I said, my personal opinions. I think, I think that we are going to be talking possible 10%, maybe SIG risk for tornadoes. Damaging winds, I think 30 possibly, and hail, probably 15. Saying I'm honestly surprised it's 15 right now. But after a couple of those soundings, I was we were looking at there. And we were peeking at, there's a pretty dry mid-level atmosphere, which possibly. Let's see here. Seems like a lot of people are questioning about Alabama. Yeah, once again, Alabama does have a risk. Here, let me go ahead and hop you all over here. But the risk area here for Alabama, overall, let's see here. Oh my gosh, I just got a $24.43 donation coming in from Mason. I believe that is Pilot. Thank you, dude. That is so sweet of you. We just got some love and support coming in here from Pilot, dude. Thank you so much, man. Wherever you're at, hope you're doing good, man. Let's see, are you here? I saw you earlier. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. That is very, very, very sweet of you. Big shout out goes to you, man. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Much, much appreciated. That'll definitely help out getting me a new mouse. That definitely will help pay for it. That'll actually... I should be good, yeah. But thank you so much, Pilot. Let's see here. How's the HRRR model looking? Did I see the storm prediction there? Strong tornado as possible. I did look at the HRRR. Let's go and look at the HRRR, I should say. Let's go and see what's going on. Yeah, we looked at that here a minute ago, actually. You know what's kind of crazy? Is that the NAM 3K and the HRRR kind of agree on one another for once. So hereby, basically, let's see, tomorrow, tomorrow's the 20th, right? Yes. So tomorrow, right around the evening time, look at this. So at this point, this is the NAM model, the NAM 3K. We got ourselves a, a long line, that big squall line there. And whenever it comes to the HRRR, or the HRRR, let's see, we're going to have to drop to 12 Zulu here. But it does kind of agree on the same thing. As you can see here, that line kind of popping off there, for the evening of tomorrow. So they're a little different, obviously, but they're going to be different because they're 2 different models, but they have the same idea in mind, potentially. But once again, Pilot, dude, thank you so much, man. That's super sweet of you, bro. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. When does the new SPC outlook come out? So Ice Cream, the new one for today or one for tomorrow? The one for today comes out here soon, I think TRG said. The one for tomorrow comes out in an hour. Yep, so I will post it on our community page because, like I said, I don't plan on being live until 1:30, 12:30. Because considering we've already been live for 30 minutes. I don't plan on being live until then, but we will go live again later today. Remember that. We'll go live again later today to give you all new updates and stuff like that in a new update form. So we're not going to leave y'all hanging. We're not going to leave y'all hanging, trust me. But like I said, yeah, there's tomorrow's risk. Actually, let's go ahead and hop back. You know what? We're going to go back to the models here. I think we need to look a little bit more into models here overall. Let's go ahead and do this. All right, so... another key factor is your low-level moisture. We measure in dew point, so the Goldilocks zone is in the 60s and 70s, and we have enough instability, enough moisture at the lower levels here, which is pretty interesting. which is pretty interesting. We have ourselves a lot of, a lot of moisture across the lower elevations, or across the surface, I should say, which is going to allow for, the thunderstorms to really get a lot of moisture and, shoot that moisture straight up into the air, basically, with those updrafts. And like I said, on top of that really strong lower level jet stream, which is, pretty concerning. Look at this. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight where potentially significant tornadoes could occur, regarding to the jet stream alone. Usually you see, some potential for significant large tornadoes happening, usually in the 40+ knot range overall. And if we bring up here the instability regarding, let's see here, we're going to bring up the instability here. But if you bring that up here regarding, you can kind of see how that lower level jet stream really comes in contact with that instability over there. But it definitely does pull its way to the east as well. You can see out there, according to NAM, I'm going to remove that. So a lot of our energy here, we'll go ahead and circle the energy overall. So that is where your energy is for thunderstorms. That's where your thunderstorm juice is overall. And if we look at the lower level jet stream here, you can see in that northern part of the heavy juice, we're talking literally 40-50 knots worth of lower level shear. And across the mid-level, it's very strong as well, about 60 knots of nor'easterlies, so the storms are going to be pushing mostly eastward. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that the winds are there. When you have the winds there, you have the instability there. And on top of that, you have the moisture there. All of it's lining up. And for that specific area. And that's why I was saying, guys, it really seems like southern Mississippi and portions out there in southeast Louisiana probably going to have the highest risk. And I'd even say you guys have the greatest risk of being in an upgrade, potentially an upgrade, I should say, from the Storm Predictor Center. We'll see how that goes. But right now, like I said, that is what we're looking at. So we're going to go ahead and grab a sounding. We're going to grab one towards Louisiana. We're going to grab another one here towards, let's see here, southern Mississippi. Let's go ahead and take a look at the one here in Louisiana first. So let's take a look at that. Now, if you don't know what these are, they're a very, very, very important tool for weather forecasting. We call these soundings. I don't expect you guys to know any of this, but so the winds at the surface, so they're at ground level. The winds are pushing to the north. They're moving directly north usually, or right now they are. And they are bringing in a lot of moisture, So that'll be good. And of course, as you go up in the atmosphere, so we'll say right around 10 kilometers or so, the winds change to the northeast. So, the winds actually increase and they change more to the east with elevation. So you can also see the visual of that, like I said, on the photograph, how it's, pretty nice curvature, that little pirate hook you can see. That's what you want to look for tornadoes. If you have a tornado threat, you'll likely see a big pirate hook. Like we do see here on the photograph there. Enough instability, 1300, good enough. Wow, decape here, downdraft energy. So this is what, really drives damaging winds. And we're seeing this between, nearly 1100, I almost said 11,000. Not that high, 1100 decape, which that will support some strong damaging winds. Especially with the winds being over 30 knots, up there towards the lower elevations there. So that decape is that downwards energy, so air sinking down. It's going to help arc those lower level winds towards the ground level, and not to mention the falling motion too. That'll cause some damaging wind gusts. So yeah, we're talking in the range, probably up to 70 miles an hour. I think could be possible. Maybe some 70 mile per hour wind gusts there. That's definitely something. Patrick says small amount of captain there. Not really. In this particular sounding, not really. There ain't a lot. Definitely not enough to do anything, like you're saying, yeah. But yeah, it's mostly free to rise. And like I said, the top of the thunderstorm is right there at your EL, or we call it the equilibrium level. Basically where your atmosphere becomes stable again. The point of instability and stability. So that is going to be the top of your thunderstorm, and that's right around 11 kilometers overall. So that, do the conversion. I'll do it for you, actually, since I'm a nice guy. Let's see here. We'll do it in feet. How about that? So I said 11 kilometers. So this is thunderstorm tops. 11 kilometers is 36,000 feet. So right around roughly where airliners fly for your typical flight. About 40,000 feet. So, yeah, decent top thunderstorms. Pretty tall thunderstorms overall. Anyways, but yeah, so that is that. If you look there, you see your green and your red. So this right here, my friends, this is your atmosphere profile. So we have the surface and we have upper elevations here, as you can see. The green is your dew point, the red is your temperature, and the further they're spaced out, the more dry it is. So humidity is very low here. Meanwhile, it's really high down here, as you can see how they're closer together. It's as simple as that. And so we have a lot of dry conditions across the mid-levels of the atmosphere, which could, you know, definitely grow a lot of hail. That's for sure. All right, let's see here. 70 mile per hour wind gusts for what part of Louisiana? So we let's see here. Wow, that is wow, dude. Look, whoa. It's almost contaminated. Dude, look at that sounding. Holy cow! I think this was the one. Oh, I already mixed them up. I think this was the one in. I think this is the one in Louisiana. No. I'm gonna have to retake some soundings here. Let's grab. Yeah. So right there, you saw where I took that sounding. Okay, we'll do one at a time. Let's see here. So there you go. Nice photograph there. Yeah, there's a little bit of a cap there, or not quite a cap, but a, you know, we call it a warm layer. Okay, let's grab one for, I think that was actually probably Mississippi. Pretty sure it was probably Mississippi on that one. See, photograph go burr. Yeah, I think that one, I think the big photograph one we looked at. Yeah, look at that. Holy cow, dude. Wow. Oh my gosh. Dude, that shear is ridiculous. Okay. Sorry, I'm just kind of going crazy on the yeah, the photograph and stuff. So you can really see that really big hook. The bigger the hook, the more stronger the wind shear is. And oh my goodness, that is a perfect photograph right there. Jeez. Okay, so the winds at the lower elevation are still moving north, and you know the winds they change nearly directly east. They literally change directions the higher you go up in the atmosphere. That is crazy. That is actually really crazy. See, is that SRH 600? Yep, it is. From the surface to 3 kilometer. Yep. 600. That is ridiculous. That really explains it too. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. D-Cape 981. Yeah, definitely doable for damaging winds. Dew point 67. Dude, that is a perfect sounding. You know, I'm not gonna remove that one. I gotta save that for later. It's like, that is pretty crazy. Anyways, that's the NAM model. Let me try grabbing soundings from a different model, like the NAM. Nope, not NAM Nest. For obvious reasons. Let's try RAP. RAP is very underrated in my opinion. Pretty solid model. Let's see here. So instability wise, yep, pretty much showing the same thing. Let's grab that same area. Why don't we? Let's grab one right there for the south central side of Mississippi, according to RAP. Remember, this is RAP model. See how the RAP dudes. Wow. Okay, so yes, once again, pretty crazy. Yeah, so you can see that. So we got ourselves another pretty solid photograph there. You know, that nice hook, nice pirate hook. We got it there. That's showing that wind direction change, wind speed change with elevation. Which, yeah, this model does show a little less instability, but it is over like 500. You know, it's right at 678, which that should be able to do it. You know, typically for these seasons, you know, if you have more wind shear than you do instability, they can still produce tornadoes. You know, that's classic second season. What I mean by that is, you know, fall can produce severe weather. You know, fall is the second spring, we call it, because it introduces colder air back in the country, in which, you know, the interactions start from the, you know, the existing warm air across the from the summertime. See, Thor says it's very concerning. It is. Yeah, it is definitely concerning. Yeah, Storm Slinky. That is a Storm Slinky and a half. We always love our Storm Slinkies here. Anyways. But yeah, no, D-Cape's pretty low on that one, though. Which is pretty interesting. But, you know, considering how strong our winds are at the lower elevations, I still wouldn't be surprised if we did get some pretty strong winds. Let's see, how much tornadoes are expected? There's no way to be an exact amount. Cash Dragon, obviously I can't tell you there'll be this amount of number. I can't tell you that because we just don't know. There's no way of really telling that. But what I can tell you is that as of now, we have a 5% chance. 5% chance of seeing a tornado every 25 miles that makes up this brown area. So imagine a square box, a bunch of square boxes in a grid fashion across the area of brown. And every single 25 miles, every single one of those grids that you can make out of there, there's a 5% chance a tornado could drop in that region. And like I said, I think we're seeing an increased probability because of that strong lower-level jet stream in a modest amount of, Cape overall. Let's see here. No, Thor, this would definitely not be the first tornado threat for fall. we've had higher 10% tornado threats. If it was to be existent, like Mayfield, for example. I think Mayfield, what was it, a 15% chance, if I'm not mistaken? TRG would know. Was Mayfield a 15%? And this is not comparison to Mayfield, though. Let me say that as a disclaimer. This is not really comparison to Mayfield. Let's see here. Let's see, bro, that's a rectangle. Catman. Let's see here. So Cape could be, let's see here. Could be higher. That model's, higher. Like, you mean like 8. Okay. So the models are showing basically around like 1,000 to 1,500 joules per kilogram, which that is enough. Is enough. From what I've seen, most models underdo Cape. Let's see here. It will be crucial to see what meso features are tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, for sure. No, there's a lot of. Regardless, like I said, even if it is gonna be within the range of 1,000 to 1,500, that's indicated in the blue there. That is, that's enough. That's definitely enough to do it. It's definitely enough to do it. I mean, even like I said, anything over 500 I've seen can do it. Can do it. Anything lower, not really. I haven't really seen it personally. But Cape over 500 can do some pretty interesting stuff. It can, especially with a high shear environment, with that lower level jet stream. Any instability that's available will easily be turned into a pretty crazy storm, more than likely. Let's see here. Henry says the wind could go 30 sig. Maybe. I think it'll go 30, possibly. Let's see here. 10% sig Tor, I think it's possible. Yeah, I think they might introduce. I'm not saying they will, because I literally do not know if they will or not. But from what I'm seeing, I definitely think that there could be warranted a couple strong to potentially violent tornadoes. I think it's possible. So we'll see. And like I said, if that was the case, the greatest probability of seeing those big tornadoes would be somewhere in here, mostly across southern Mississippi and southeast Louisiana overall. All right. Let's see here. HRR skims on cap. Let's see here. Let's actually look at the HRR. Hop back to the the high resolution rapid refresh model. Let's see here. Okay, so instability according to HRR. We're gonna have to drop down to 12 Zulu here. Let's see. Yeah, no, there's no limitations, really. Pretty much the same as what every other model is saying, pretty much, overall. TRG, can you get Rawls comments for spamming big text that I don't understand? But anyways. Yeah, but the instability actually works its way into Alabama, too. And like I said, that's what I was saying here, guys. That's what I was saying here, is the fact that we are going to be seeing... a marginal risk, a level 1 threat for severe weather. This is Tuesday, the day after the big day, overall. So that includes central southern Alabama, because, like I said, you can see on the models how the instability kind of works its way only as high up there as, central southern Alabama overall. And so whenever it comes to it, let's see here. Whenever it comes to it here, back to the Storm Prediction Center, like I said, we do have that risk out there, even for Panhandle. Almost said Texas. It's definitely not Texas, considering it's the state I live in. Florida, Panhandle, Florida. There, you are in the risk. Okay, so we'll have to look out there for it. Could this go moderate? I don't think so. Nope, Thor. I don't think it can go. I don't think it'll go moderate. Definitely not. It's not even an enhanced risk yet, which I think, personally, I think it'll go enhanced. That's my opinion. We'll see. But no, I don't think a moderate risk will happen. Yeah. I don't think instability is too low for that. Moderate risk is usually issued, if you have, the wind shear, don't get me wrong, the jet stream, perfect. That could support a moderate event, but the instability, the cape, no, probably not. We're talking, I'd think enhanced. All right, see, I give it 5% for going moderate. I wouldn't even give it that, Cat, man, honestly. I don't think so. Okay, I'll give you 5%. But I don't think. It's really unlikely. Extremely unlikely. Very, very unlikely. Anyways, but yeah, so back here today, guys, if you want to know what's going on happening today, we do got a little severe weather threat. I'm not going to go live for this. This is not worth going live for. It's not that big of a crazy deal, especially because there's no tornadoes or winds even. It's just a isolated hail event, very isolated hail event across Oklahoma. So look out for a few thunderstorms possibly producing some hail. That's about all I can say there. Not a whole lot. A couple thunderstorms also across the light green. The light green, if you guys are wondering, that's showing that a few thunderstorms could happen, but they're not supposed to be severe. Not expected to be anyways. Here for tomorrow, thunderstorms could exist all the way as far north as southern Illinois, according to the Storm Prediction Center. Although I have to say it's probably very unlikely. Let's see. Personally, I'd say if the models suggest... Yeah, now if we had Cape that was in the 2,000 to 2,500 with the lower level jet stream we have and the dew points and stuff like that, that possibly could. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. All right, let's see here. And then it would be a moderate. Well, there's not even an enhanced risk right now, so we can't say that. But like I said, I think it's very unlikely, considering the limited amount of instability we have, at least for this event, which it's not very limited. That's why, enhanced risk is still a pretty solid threat. Let's see here. But yeah, no, regardless, though, this is definitely going to be pretty interesting. Let's see here. Too many fail modes for moderate. Yeah. Here, let's actually hop back over here, y'all, to the HRRR again, wherever you're at. There you are. So, yeah, let's go back here. We're going to go to this. I haven't even looked at supercell composite. So this is basically the dumb way of mixing all the ingredients together. So, in simple ways, the more higher on the chart here, the potentially crazier it could get. I don't like looking at this too much often though, because honestly, I don't personally, because I like to dive more into the individual components rather than it all mashed together. But it's more of a way to look quickly on things and say, okay, that's probably where the biggest is going to be. Let's see here. Enhanced or hatch tornado is slight in my personal forecast. I'm thinking, like I said, personally, my opinion, once again, this is not Storm Prediction Center, and this is my fond opinion. I think possibly, this is once again my opinion, disclaimer, I'm flashing it all over the place. 10% SIG, Tor, possible. Damaging winds 30%, maybe 30 SIG, we'll see. Hail, 15% chance. That's my personal opinion. Like I said, that's not official. Remember, disclaimer, not official, okay? But that's just what I think could be a potential scenario. But anyways, let's see here. We're going to hop back down to, not that, let's see here, instability. So like I said, yeah, all the models seem to agree for the most part on the fact that the energy levels are going to be within 1,000 to 1,500 overall. Should I hang Christmas lights today? You want to know my opinion on that? It's not even Thanksgiving yet, so no. I'd wait until after Thanksgiving. My opinion, though. Do what you want to do. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. The storm mode is 2 clustered cascaded. Okay, so some models... let's see here. So some models regarding the mode, for example, back to the, or still on the HRRR here. The HRRR shows, you can kind of see a long line. It is pretty clustered, though, like you said. With a couple of individual, maybe isolated, there you go, really long line there. With a couple of possible, and, kind of some semi-discrete storms, possibly. We'll see. Obviously, we'll have to see. But whenever it comes to it here, whenever it comes to it here, that big line there overall, you know, is probably where we're going to see the heaviest winds. You know, your wind gusts there. And of course, you're going to be seeing, you know, some possible embedded tornadoes. But we're also going to have a couple of semi-discrete cells potentially, you know, a couple of storms firing up ahead of the cold front there. That's that. All right, let's see here. Got a question coming in from Allgo, saying, let's see, reckon how long it'll rain. Let's see, how long it'll rain or last. So it depends on where you're talking about. Depends on where you're talking about there. But it'll probably be raining for a couple days. Or, sorry, a couple hours, not a couple days. Holy cow. Probably a couple hours. If you're in the event here. Definitely not a couple days. Holy cow. If it was a couple days, that'd be crazy. But no, not that much. Not that long. Oh man. All right. Let's see here. Looks like northern Alabama will have intense flooding. So let's actually look at the flooding threat, because I know for Monday, tomorrow, whenever it comes to the event here, let's see, we're going to hop over here. We're going to get rid of the thunderstorm risk here, and we're going to bring up the flooding for day 4, actually. Wait, hold on. Day 3. Yes, day 3. Right now, wow. Okay, so the flooding threat, day 3 flooding threat is a marginal risk, which is a level 1 out of 4 on the flooding spectrum, which is the low-end flooding threat. But there is a flooding potential all the way down from central southern Alabama, scooting all the way up, even into northern New Jersey. Wow, quite a distance. Interesting. So when it comes Tuesday, look out for flooding there, okay? Let's see here. Anyways. So yeah, look out for flooding. Once again, to the day of, so basically tomorrow, you know, once again, level 1 threat, you know, not terribly too crazy regarding flooding. I mean, it's a possibility, you know, pretty scattered overall. You know what we can do? We can look at the accumulations. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and hop back over here. Let's hop back over here to the accumulations. So HRRR, wow, okay, so HRRR shows some of those heavy areas. You know, we'll keep an eye on this here. So HRRR shows these areas being kind of the heaviest regarding rainfall. Let's see here, what about RAP? Okay, RAP kind of shows the same areas, maybe 1 to 2 inches max, according to RAP here. NAM, 1 to 2 inches, okay. Pretty solid, not gonna lie. Okay, so what it looks like between the models overall, when it comes to it, it looks like we're talking maybe around 1 to 2 inches across some of those areas that get some pretty hefty storms. Let's see here. Nemo coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate it. Saying, I live in Rolling Fork. I'm pretty worried. 5% Tor. Let me see. Let's see. Rolling Fork. What is that? Mississippi? Yeah, so you, my friend, let's see here. So there you are, my friend. You're right there. That's not what we're looking for. We're not looking at the tropics. Yeah, so yeah, you are in the kind of the northern extent there of that risk. Let's turn back off the flooding threat. Yeah, so be careful, my friend. Like I said, we'll be live on this, so you know if that's worrying you, like I said, we'll be live for you. So like I said, at least you know we'll be live for coverage if you have any questions during the event. Okay, we'll probably be live here. I'm thinking maybe 5, 6 o'clock to cover it. But once again, thank you so much, Nemo. That's very sweet of you, man. I appreciate that. And like I said, just be safe out there. Which, I mean, like I said, yeah, you are in the 5% risk. So look out there for a couple tornadoes. Damaging winds, 15%. And hail, thankfully, your hail is actually not that big of a threat. You're just on the outskirts of the 5%. But once again, dude, thank you. Appreciate it. So, yeah, we'll definitely have to look out there for that. We will be doing zip code forecasts here in a few minutes, guys. So we'll definitely be doing that here momentarily. What is my thing? Oh, okay, cool. Anyways, let's see. Marginal risk for where I live is cast. I don't know where you live, dude. I can't remember where everybody is at. Let's see here. JJ says snowfall totals in Northeast. Okay, so I didn't mention that yet, but there is a winter weather concern. Here, let me briefly talk about that, and then we'll get into. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Let's talk about the winter weather really quickly, and then we'll get into the personal forecast, where I take zip codes and I tell you if you're in a big risk or not. So, GFS does show the system overall. Let me actually go ahead and go out to the full U.S. view. So what's happening right now is a bunch of moisture is being shot down to the southeast. We're getting a low pressure system that's developing right across the Central Plains right now. In which that's going to be working its way to the east, pulling up a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico overall, in which obviously will go right across the Ohio Valley here and into the northeast, where it potentially could spawn some snow across the northeast here overall. Let's see, European model I don't think has that, so let me let's see here. We'll have to do it this way. Let me screen this. All right, yeah, so we'll have to do it this way regarding the snow. Let's go and hop back to the northeast. We'll start with the GFS. So yeah, once again, the GFS does support that snow rolling across portions, maybe even across northeastern Pennsylvania, central eastern New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire, possibly Massachusetts too, and Maine, maybe getting a bit of snow. European model shows, I believe last time I checked, yeah, same thing basically. Same areas too, actually. Wow. Bit of agreement there. Pretty interesting. Northeast Pennsylvania, central eastern portions of New York State through Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Maybe even a little bit of ice on that one too. All right, let's look at the accumulations. Okay, we'll have to see. But like I said, take these with a grain of salt. I want to go ahead and just disclaimer that. Take it with a grain of salt. Okay. So let's see. The American GFS model. Wow. Actually a pretty decent amount, not gonna lie. So some areas here, most areas between 4 and 8 inches across, let's see here, this is New Hampshire and Maine, basically between 4 and 8 inches, it looks like. Interesting. So maybe 4 to 8 inches according to GFS there. That's one model, remember. And the European model, the ECMWF, wow. That is interesting, actually more. In some areas, 8 to 12, actually, out there towards eastern Maine. So maybe 4 to 8, according to some models. Let's grab another opinion here. Let's do GDPS. This is the Canadian model. Canadian. Wow, dude, there's actually a pretty solid support. No way. Okay. And it's not that far out either. I mean, it's a couple days out. Shoot, that's gonna leave a lot of snow for you guys. That's gonna leave a lot of snow for you guys for the day before Thanksgiving. Wow. Yeah, that's the 22nd there. So, once again, 22nd, y'all. Let's see. What about freezing rain? Because, like I said, I think there's going to be a freezing rain threat. Some areas. Yeah, that's definitely going to be very spotty. Wait, does the mid-range go out that far? No, the mid-range doesn't. Right? Maybe? Part of me... yeah, I think actually it does go out. Hold on. All right, just at the beginning of it is when it does. Let's do precipitation type. So here's the NAM. Wow, okay. So yeah, this could be a potential decent event overall. Interesting. All right, so yeah, once again, y'all, northeast Pennsylvania, central eastern portions of New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Look out for it. Look out there for it. All right, let's see here. What's up, Samuel? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Kirk? Saying hello, Andrew. Once again from Blowy Windy Day over in the UK. Hope you're doing good. Let's go and take a look at the UK for you. Models aren't very heavy out there, but I can see what's happening, maybe. And then after this, guys, we'll look at the... yeah, after this, we'll look at the overall thingamabob. Oh, yeah. You got a little bit of a system rolling through there right now. Interesting. Okay. All right, guys. Well, let's hop on into the zip codes. So if you don't know how this works, just throw a zip code down, and make sure it's in the U.S. though. And I will go over things with you. Let's see here. We're gonna do maybe main screen. Nope, that's not gonna work at all. What about this main screen? Well. Here's what I can do. Oh my gosh. Why? Why? Come on. Come on. I hate it when it does that because it just like minimizes literally everything on my screen, and it's so stupid. Okay, well, what I was trying to do is this. Okay, now we're good. All right, let's see here. All right, getting on into this. Dead wants to take a look here at 77304. 77304. Texas. You, my friend, come Tuesday are in a small level 1 severe weather threat. Look out for the possibility for a few severe storms. Let me look at I'm going to bring up the probability like I used to do too. Tornadoes, I don't think. Actually, 2% chance. Very, very far edge. Hail 5% chance and wind 5% chance overall. That is that. All right, let's see here. Next up, 62901. 62901. All right, Illinois. You, my friend, are not in the severe weather threat come tomorrow. You do have a small chance for a couple thunderstorms, but I'd say the probability is pretty unlikely overall. Let's see here. Next up, we have Inceptor. Wants me to take a look here at 39159. 39159. Okay. In Mississippi, Rolling Fork, we just looked at. So yeah, in Mississippi, Rolling Fork area, we do have a slight risk, level 2 severe weather threat for today. You are in a 5% tornado threat, a 15% chance for damaging winds between 60 and 70 miles per hour wind gusts, and hail, 5% chance for 1 to 2 inches in diameter. All right, let's see here. Next up, we got ourselves Reese. Sorry, I skipped Cat. I didn't see yours. 38097. 38097 for not a place in the U.S. Okay, I can't do that. Let's see here. Now, Reese, 49242. 49242. Michigan, you are really far away from any activity regarding severe weather. So tomorrow, you, my friend, are good. You are good. All right, let's see here. Cast 07208. 07208. New Jersey, nope. I don't even have to go over there. You're not in the risk for severe weather. You're good. Let's see here. Remember, I'm only doing this for the severe weather areas. You know, concerning severe weather for the people who's wondering. All right, let's see. Matthew, 36319, 36319, Alabama. You are not in the risk here come Tuesday. But Monday. Monday you're not in the risk here, but Tuesday you are. You're in the small marginal risk here for Tuesday. No probabilities yet. So small chance for severe weather. Not tomorrow, but the day after, okay? Okay, let's see here. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Let's see, next up, what about North Carolina? Nothing. Nothing in the forecast. Although Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. There is a thunderstorm threat for a possibility of a few thunderstorms overall. But nothing severe, nothing crazy or anything like that. So, all right, let's see here. Steady Tricks, once we take a look here at 71913. All right, 71913. Hot Springs, Arkansas. So you, my friend, are in a level 1 threat. A level 1 severe weather threat. So you do have a threat for possible severe weather come tomorrow. Let's see here. So tornado probability is a 2% chance. So a 2% chance a tornado could drop within 25 miles of you. 5% chance for damaging winds between 1 and 2 inches in diameter. And hail, 5% chance. Oh, wait. Did I say wind between... Did I say that? Hold on. Wind between 60 and 70 miles per hour. And hail between 1 and 2 inches in diameter. Did I say wind between 1 and 2 inches in diameter? Oh, my gosh. According to YouTube, I've been live for almost 5 hours. YouTube's up. I think they really messed up their update. I don't think they were meant to do that. Like, whenever you schedule a stream, that's when it counts you as starting to go live, which is pretty interesting. It is. Yeah, YouTube is broken for sure. Let's see here. Kevin says, don't be demanding. Don't be rude about it either. Just saying. You know, we try to keep it chill and, you know, relatively friendly here. So we, don't be rude, or we won't get to you. 1 to 2 inch wind. All right, let's see here. Phoenix, once we take a look here at 83651. Was this Phoenix, Arizona? 83651. No, Idaho. Yeah, nothing severe up there, my friend. You're good. No crazy, crazy weather regarding severe weather, though. Tammy says, what category tornadoes? Like F1, F2? Oh my gosh. So there's, I think, right now they have them between EF0 and EF2. To be classified as significant or hatched, it'll be EF2 plus. I think it potentially could go EF2 plus at worst case scenario. Potentially, considering the strong low level jet we were looking at and, modest amount of instability. So I think EF2 plus. We'll have to see though. We'll see. SPC mentions possibility of a 10% sig. They do, really. What's my thoughts on that? I am very supportive of it. I am. Yeah, considering that lower level jet we were talking. Did they really mention that though? No way. I didn't see that. Here, let me bring you all over here. Really? Really, really? Where's it at? Oh, it's probably at the top, huh? Where does they say that? Hold on, increase the coverage, blah, blah, blah. Oh. It's too low for greater unconditional probability at the time. Alright, let's see. Oh, somewhat greater tornado/wind threat may eventually evolve within this area. That's what I was saying. I think 30% wind and I think 10% tor. I literally didn't even know they said that. So it seems more likely, guys, that we might see a 10% tornado threat, maybe possible SIG, and I'd say 30% maybe SIG wind threat, and I'd say probably 15% staying regarding hail. Wow. Is there a chance for an F5 tornado? It would be very low. It would be extremely low. We haven't seen an EF5, debatably, since like 10 years ago. A little over 10 years, actually. Let's see here. Zedric wants me to take a look here. Let's see. First of all, let me hop back to this view, maybe? Yes. Wait. Yeah, we're good. Let's see here. 38732. 38732. Mississippi. You're right on the edge of that slight risk, my friend, so you're close. Or you're close to the marginal. But yeah, you are in the biggest threat as of now regarding severe weather. Let's see here. When it comes to it, wow, I think you're actually in a 2% tornado threat. You are right on that line. So between 2 and 5% tornado threat out there overall. Let's see here. Wind threat, 15% chance. That's what gives you the slight. And hail, actually less than 5, maybe. You're right on the line, too. Right on the line. Let's see here. 20 minutes. Okay, TRG will stay. We'll stay until the new update, so that'll push us at, what, an hour and a half coverage? Or forecast. Ivan wants me to take a look here at 75024. All right, 75024. Texas. So Texas tomorrow. You got a small shot for some thunderstorms, but nothing severe, nothing crazy. Hurricane Go Whoosh wants me to take a look here at 71483. 71483. Go Whoosh. Yeah, so this area in Winfield, wow, that's like dead center of the threat here for tomorrow. So where you're at, there is a 5% chance for tornadoes, a 15% chance for damaging winds, and a 5% chance, near the 15% chance for hail. So winds will be ranging between 60 and 70 mile per hour wind gusts, more than likely, and hail will be ranging between 1 and 2 inches in diameter. So that's that. Let's see. We've had tornadoes with EF5 potential, but even the most have EF3. If we're unlucky, we've had EF4. Yeah, it's been a long time, bottom line, since we've had one of those. What time are the storms tonight, UK time? Are you talking about the ones in the US? The big event's happening tomorrow. But wow, that's an interesting question right there. Let's see here. You've challenged me. You have challenged me to get this. All right, let's see here. Eastern Standard, okay. So, wow. Okay, so we're talking like 5 p.m. Eastern, or sorry, 5 p.m. Central. So, okay, we'll say 6 o'clock, because that's right around when most storms start to get pretty interesting. So 6, let's see here. It'll be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It'll be 12 p.m. for you guys. 12 p.m. Let's see here. I'm snow hungry, says Catman. Nice. Does SPC post? They might wait. What? Airborne says, does the Storm Prediction Center post what they might put as a convective outlook? What? I don't know your question. Not too. I don't know. They're getting ready to update it though. I'll tell you that. Let's see here. All right. See you later, TRG. Oh, okay. You'll be here but not talking. See, my dad is a storm chaser. Just making sure he's safe. Currently going to Winfield from Joplin. Gotcha. Yep. You talking like Joplin, Missouri? That's Arkansas. Joplin, Missouri is not in the risk at all. So if that's the Joplin you're talking about, then yeah. But what? 15 minutes now? 15 minutes till the big update. So we're getting a new update here, y'all, in 15 minutes. We'll see. Maybe even a little sooner, because they usually push the product before the expected time. Usually, I should say. Amy says, watching for my daughter in Slidell, Louisiana. Let me take a look at that for you. I will do a little bit of a little bit of an update. Louisiana. Okay. So your daughter is not in the biggest threat as of right now. So there's a scale from 1 to 5, and the max threat tomorrow, as of now, is a level 2, possibly level 3. And your daughter's in a level 1, which is the lowest severe weather threat. And the probabilities at that is a 2% chance for a tornado happening within 25 miles, so really low chances. Damaging winds, 5% chance for damaging winds, between mostly 60 mile per hour wind gusts overall. Some storms, 5% chance. And whenever it comes to hail, actually, there's no hail threat for your daughter. So it's just a small, very, very small tornado threat and a pretty small wind threat overall. Let's see here. Supposedly 15 minutes. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let me double check on that, actually. Watch it be like not for another 20 hours. Just kidding. 20 hours is a little excessive. Let's see. Okay, so update is scheduled by, says by, not at. So by 7:30 Zulu. 17:30 Zulu. The current time is 17:17. So yeah, in a couple minutes we should have a new update. Did they put it out yet? They did not. We got a new convective outlook, though. Should be the same. Yep. Just 5% hail today across Oklahoma. Let's see here. Yeah, I live in Joplin. Just checking to see if they update. Oh, gotcha. Do I think there'll be some big nasty storms? Yes. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Greatest probability for those nasty storms, like I said, from what I've seen in the models regarding the modest instability, between 1,000 and 1,500 joules per kilogram, which is a modest amount, kind of average amount. But the really big factor is the jet stream, the lower level jet stream. So the winds at the lower elevations are crazy in this event, in which I think the heaviest threat, a little north than that, I think the heaviest threat will be somewhere in here, more in that southeast quadrant there. That's where your jet stream is going to be the most strongest. Point, not the most strongest in general, but the strongest point of where it meets up with the instability. So that is where your instability and your jet stream are met up together. Let's see here. Tammy says, people say tornadoes almost never happen. I'm south of Boston in the summer where I live, got directly hit by an F1 tornado. You probably remember this happening. The summer was insane here. More than likely, I was covering it. Yeah. I cover about every event. I don't think there was ever an event last year I didn't cover. So, yeah. No, I probably was live for that. Let's see here. That's where I put my enhanced wrist, this Catman. Yeah, that's where I think the heaviest is going to be, is that blue circle I drew. So we'll have to see out there, my friends. We'll see. I think I should make a hypothetical. I should make my version of the convective outlook and see. We'll see. Let's see here. Art says, do I think this event will awake Mr. Hall from Silver? If it goes enhanced, he might go live. But usually Sight Risk he doesn't, from what I've noticed anyways. But I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But regardless, I'm going to be here. I'm here during every event. Big or small. Yeah, he only goes live during the big days. Like the really, really crazy days. Like Enhanced Plus. Which I go live for basically everything. Except marginals, which those are very scattered, very low probabilities. Slight Risk and Plus I go live for. Let's see here. The fact that see, it's going to be pretty good outlook. A lot of probably the city and the Slight Risk here, such a Shreveport, Jackson, going to be insane. Yeah, that's what I was saying. And like Jacksonville, probably going to get some of the heaviest of it overall. So that's something we got to really look out for, is in those areas. Let's see. We're going to hop on back over here. But yeah, we should be getting a new update here soon. Tammy says, oh yeah, am I going to be live tomorrow night? Yes, I will. I shall be live. I'm thinking maybe 6 p.m. At least of the timing, compared to what the models have to say right now. Probably 6 p.m. or so. Anyways, let's see. Do I think the enhanced risk will be widespread? You mean like a large enhanced risk? Probably not that large. Yeah. Yeah, it probably won't be that large. Let's see. Yeah, no, it would probably just be for some of these areas out, towards Alexandria, Notches, Jacksonville, Vicksburg, Macomb. Yeah, some of those regions there. Let's see. I'm gonna update the weather. Or sorry, storm prediction center here. Any new update? Not yet. Not yet. I usually get it on Twitter first. Let me pull up my Twitter. Let's see here. Storm Prediction Center. Okay, yeah, they haven't updated it yet. We'll see. Yeah, it's got 8 minutes. Let's see here. Is this going to be a tornado outbreak? Considering tornado outbreak meaning like 10 plus tornadoes. Oh man, that's a tough one. Honestly, it's a tough one. I mean, I would. Probably not. I don't think it'll be an outbreak. I mean, we'll see. We'll have to see how everything plays out. But maybe not. 50-50, honestly. What I'm thinking. Let's see here. When's the SPC updating? They're saying it should be out by 12:30 Eastern. It's 12:23. So it should be out any minute. We'll get a new update. So this whole chart will be updated here, and we might maybe get an enhanced risk. We'll see. All right, personal opinion. This is my forecast. 30 sig wind, 30 sig wind, 15% hail, and 10% sig torr. That's my opinion. Remember. See tornado outbreak possible. We'll see. All right. Let's me look. So, like I said, also, regardless of tornadoes, damaging winds, and hail, there's going to be a shot for a little bit of flooding potential as well. A bit of flooding is going to be a concern too. Let's see, day 3, no, day 2. Day 2 is the day. So today, yeah, there's day 2. So across these areas here, once again, the green guys, that is where that's at. Still has not updated yet. But yeah, across the green, though, that's where there's a small chance for a little bit of flooding. Let's see what they said on that. When we were looking at the models, wow, rates of rainfall, very intense rainfall rates of 2 to 2.5 inches per hour. You can see it right here. In the range of 2 to 2.5 inches. 2 to 2.5 inches per hour. There we go. But it looks like a lot of the models were suggesting about 1 to 3 at heaviest overall. Anyways. Let me see here. Come on, update, people. But yeah, it'll be out here soon. Let me see. This would be the first 10% tornado threat this fall. Yeah, it would be. It's actually the first threat this fall. The first threat. It's been very quiet. Very, very quiet. Regarding severe weather lately. Now, the weather's been very odd, very quiet lately, but now it's awakening. Now we're in a pattern that it's getting pretty crazy. And it probably will be for the next little bit. We shall see. We shall see. All right, let's see here. Also, like I said, remember, guys, across the Northeast, we're talking a possibly pretty decent, let's see, winter weather event out of this year. Let me bring up the weather models real quickly. We're gonna bring y'all over here in 1 minute. Oh, okay, I was about to say, is that the new update? I don't think the new update's out yet. Oh! It's coming out. It's coming out. It is coming out. Oh, boy. I don't know yet. I haven't seen it yet. It says slight risk, but that it takes a minute to update. So I know that's not official. We'll see. Could be a slight risk, though, but we'll see about that. We shall see. We shall see. Enhanced! 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 I told you. I knew it. That same region, too. They did it! They did it! It is an enhanced risk. And they pushed that marginal up north like I was thinking. Wow. They literally did exactly what I was thinking. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but I'm just saying. I'm happy they agree with me. I'm happy they agree with me. There they go. Enhanced risk right there, my friends. Boom. And they also pushed the slight down, I think. All right, now the real question, is it 30% wind too? Probably 10 sig Tor. Is that for today or tomorrow? Tomorrow. That's tomorrow. See, I think we got a 10% hatch. I think so too. I do. See, they did mention a possible upgrade. Still a slight risk on the overall view. Let me see if I can pull it up yet. Wait, NHC enhanced? TRG is saying NHC enhanced. What's on this? Bro, there's nothing on the NHC. There's a little disturbance in the EPAC. See, huge 10%. Yep. Yep, 10%. Oh, is it on the page yet? Come on. Oh, here we go. Enhanced. Still hasn't updated on mine yet. Tornado 10%. What's the... See, hail moved 15% wind. Twice as large as I expect. Wow. Okay, hold on a minute, y'all. We're waiting. We're waiting. Waiting for the page to update as slow as it is. Let's see here. Now I'm in the slight risk. Let's see here. Staying in the camper. Okay. Yeah, stay safe out there, my friend. Well, let's see. Day 2. Oh, wait, hold on. Is that the enhanced they have? Wait a minute. I think it's already on the page here. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. There it is. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so 15% wind. Wow, so they did it. They sure did. Wait, what? Why is this your... Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it is 30 win. It is 30 win, guys. Guys, it's 30. 30% win. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So, big update. Huge update. Enhanced risk out there. Tornadoes, 10% risk out there for basically northern Louisiana. Or, sorry, central Louisiana. North central, northern. And central southern portions of Mississippi. Look at that. And wind. Wind's 30% chance out there. Northeast Louisiana. What didn't I say that? Didn't I say 10% tor, 30% wind, and 15% hail? Dude, I think I nailed that. Oh man. So yeah, Jackson, Mississippi, Monroe, Louisiana, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Alexandria, Louisiana, and Vicksburg, Mississippi is in the big area, and that's nearly 2 million people. Nearly 2 million people that is in that risk area there. The significant risk area. Wow. Okay. Yeah. They also brought down the 5% tor towards the south a lot more. Nice. Yeah, they brought that closer to the coast there. Well, they did it, my friends. They sure did it. Let's see here. The NWS is watching the stream. I doubt it, but that's exactly that's exactly what I was expecting it to look like, honestly. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We got ourselves our new update here. Once again, level 3 severe weather threat now. So now it's considered a potential significant event. So we'll see. Well, North Alabama Sea tornadoes now. The western side may be a few, but the odds are extremely low. Extremely low. Like you're on the edge of the 2%. Let's see here. Early Fort Mississippi is in the enhanced risk. Yes, it is. Yep. Wind is, wind's perfect too. Right in that 30% region across Mississippi. Wow. Okay. So we're going to be live for a while tomorrow. Once again, probably 6, 7 o'clock. So if you guys haven't already, consider subscribing, leaving a like. It'll be greatly appreciated, guys. Help, also if you could help share this live stream. That's the most important thing, guys. Please consider sharing this because, the more people we can reach out to, the more they can be aware and, constantly ready for the situation here. Because, like I said, we're going to be live all tomorrow for the most part for this event here. We're going to go live probably around 6 o'clock, I'm thinking. So we'll see. But yeah, once again, massive, big 10% tor threat. Pretty large. So yeah, tomorrow we're looking for a decent event now. 10% tornado threat. Okay, well guys, we're gonna do another live stream later on today. We'll do one tonight at 7 maybe. We'll do 7 o'clock. So I'll schedule another live stream for 7 in a little bit. Probably make a YouTube short. I'm thinking I might make a quick little YouTube short explaining the threats here because I haven't made one of those in a while, so it might be good to upload to our shorts. But all right, guys. All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for now. We just waited for the new update, and it is out once again. 10% tornado, 10% significant tornado threat. So we're talking EF2 plus potential now. EF2 plus tornado potential now. Damaging winds between 60 70% chance, 30% chance probability. Pretty solid chance. And hail, 15% chance out there. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. All right, you guys. Well, we love you. Please be safe out there. Like I said, tomorrow is going to be a busy day. And we're going to have to definitely be weather aware out there. And we'll continue to keep you guys informed and all that stuff out there. Let's go ahead and put this back up here. And we're going to hop over to the inning screen, my friends. We'll see you guys later on. Once again, thank you for joining us. Once again, y'all, please be safe out there. There's a system now, by the way. You can already see it popping up across Oklahoma. Once that cold front works its way down here across the west here, it'll start to, or more to the east, I should say, but to the western outlook area, it'll start to fire some severe weather. That'll be for tomorrow evening. And, all right, guys, y'all take care. Once again, big shout-out goes to Pilot for donating today. Thank you so much, dude. That's very much appreciated, and it will help out keep the programs running. So, thank you so much for helping with the program there. Greatly appreciated, my friend. And all right, you guys. Well, you all take care. We love you all. And we'll see you guys later on. Stream's going to head off here in 2 minutes, so go ahead and say your final goodbyes to your friends, family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. And we'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace out, my friends. See you then.